All right, all right, all right. Not sure if this is going to work. I'd like to try it though. See, select a screen, live, allow it. I want to see if the music will play. Will the music play? I don't know. But I've been told music don't play if you're too bold. And if you give up, then shit'll get cold. I don't know, man. I want to see if this background music is playing. Play, 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 play. No, it ain't playing. For shit. For shit. All right, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Just keep rolling with the punches. Y'all, good looking sex people doing all right out in Happy Land tonight. I hope you are well. Wayfarer, welcome back one more time for a little Frank Monday jive. I'm gonna get on the rhyme. It's showing that screen, huh? That's kind of weird. Let's see if I can minimize that screen. Put a little more to the background. Nope, see it background me. What's up with that? Restream is really some kind of hot garbage, man. That's what it is. It's not very good at all, Restream. Yeah, see, both times it minimizes me. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and have to drop that window, remove it. There you go. Get the fuck out of here with your stupid ass horse shit. That doesn't make any kind of sense. All right, guys, it's kind of a test run. It is what it is, you know. Frank Monday, broadcasting to you from the central kingdom of the celestial dragon, Twilight Zone Old Peking, far behind the bamboo firewall, going live once again like Finnegan. So if it's your first time, Wayfarer, don't let it be your last. Like and subscribe, do all that happy horse shit that makes YouTube's algorithms bark like Pavlov's dog. Welcome back, Wizard, Warrior, Wanderer, Wayfarer, and Wildcat alike, wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. We are live once again. Make sure you guys check me out on buymeacoffee.com/Frank Money. Put a little something, something in the tip jar. Down, put the lead in my pencil. Keep me rolling with the punches. All right, it's good magic. It is what it is, right? It's good magic. That's what I like to say. That's what I like to think. That's what I like to feel. That's what I like to do. I like to keep on keeping on, right? And when someone gets in your way, what do? You tell them what's up. You say, "Get on up, get on up, get on up out the way, biatch. Get on up, get on up, get on up out the way. Move your big old fat ass out my way, biatch." Cause I'm coming through and I'm moving and I'm grooving and I'm jamming to the tunes of Frank Monday's hit single, Get Out the Way. That's the one, man. I like it a lot. Single card tarot pulls for tonight. Y'all good looking sexy people. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things visible and invisible. We adore thee and we invoke thee. Send us one of your divine spiritual agents, our holy guardian angel, to protect and guide us through the innumerable snares of the earthly sphere, and a cleansing wind to disperse all negativity and endless human opinion. Teach us those secret things from the book of Thoth, which we must know for the completion of the great work and the glory of thine ineffable name, Adonai. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. Amen. Heaven and earth, divine spirits and ancient masters, Your son would like a. I think I mixed up my cards, man. What's up with that? What's going on? We got them. We got them right side up and upside right and right side down and upside wrong and all of that happy horse shit, man. Let me make sure. I'm gonna thumb through them because I like them all going in the same direction, man. I don't read inverse cards. In the tradition of the Golden Dawn, we don't typically read inverse unless for some reason one goes awry. All right, we're looking good. I think they're all facing in the same direction. There we go. There it is there. There it is there. And there and there and there and there and there. And yes, indeed. That's the way to get her done. All right, we're looking good, amigo. We're looking good. Let me make sure my schlong is covered up. Don't want to be showing you guys the goods. The magic wand. Frank Monday showed his magic wand on a live stream. I saw it. Call the YouTube police. Fuck that. Fuck all that. Heaven and earth, divine spirits and ancient masters, energy for tonight. See how long we can go, depending on how much energy we got, right? How many people cruise around and hang out. Doesn't look like there's anybody out there yet. Single card for the energies. Here we go on the flop. Okay, okay. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Not the greatest, most interesting thing. Maybe Gemini, pretty Gemini girl will show up again, right? I don't know. You know, what are you gonna do? You can make some predictions. You might be wrong, you might be wrong, you might be right, you might be wrong, you might be wrong, you might be wrong, right? The tarot never lies, guys. It's not my fault. I'm not in control of it. I'm just the medium with which through it passes. All right. So remember, O neophyte, goodness alone is power. Silence is strength. Will regaineth omnipotence, and love lieth at the foundation. Because love is the law, love under will. And aren't we all just working for love? I mean, I guess you're either working for love or hate. Yeah. So our card for tonight is the Princess of Swords, the Princess of Rushing Winds. And it indicates that circumstances call for anonymous action, even if you would prefer to receive credit. That's kind of an interesting thing, huh? When this card comes up in a tarot reading, guys, it's better to remain in the shadows. Yeah. Curious, clever, and a little chaotic. The Princess of Swords is the tarot's student journalist, always asking questions, reading between the lines, and staying two steps ahead of the gossip. I know a gal like this. I really do. Uh, this card, though, it brings sharp mental energy in the form of new ideas, fresh perspectives, and the urge to know more. You might be in a learning or research mode, or wait and what's going on here type mode. Communication's key here, but so is listening. This princess is bold, but still figuring things out. So be mindful of coming on too strong. Stay curious, not combative. You don't have to know everything in order to be successful. I think that's good magic, man. I uh I like to think of myself that way, right? When the mind is buzzing with ideas. I think we have a pretty good example of that here in the here in the drama verse, drama slash verse, right? Who would you say at 1,000 miles a minute and acting like a Mr. or Mrs. Know It All? Yeah. Who would you say exhibits that energy the most in your drama verse? Anyone? Is it coming through okay, guys? Is the fucking internet even connected, man? I gotta double check. I don't see nothing going on out in Happy Land. Oh, we got somebody in the ideas room. Fools and Tools is here. Good magic, Fools and Tools. I like your posts here on YouTube, man. You do a good job. You're getting into some good magic, Fools and Tools. I can appreciate that. I try to hit the like button every time I see one of your posts, man. Who do you think, Fools and Tools? Who acts like a know-it-all with their mind going 1,000 miles a minute, never can get a word in edgewise? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Looks like it's playing. Looks like it's playing. Let me check the feedback loop, guys. Chamber of Echoes, Labyrinth of Shattered Mirrors. Yeah. I'm on like a 10-second delay, guys. So I don't know what the fuck's up with all of that happy horse shit. All right, we're looking at the Page of Swords for our energy. So let's keep those ideas flowing. Let's get a card for Moon Rocks. See how Moon Rocks is doing out there. Lord Tahuti, God of Magic. What's up with Moon Rocks? On the cut high in the deck, man. You high as a motherfucker. Queen of Cups. Are you hanging out with a lady fella? The Queen of the Thrones of Waters, man. Have you got yourself a little gal friend, Moon Rocks? Hanging out with a lady tonight, or maybe got a lady on your mind? Huh? Is that what's going on with you? A sensitive and passionate woman. Maybe it's talking about your inner queen, right? Are you running around in a dress right now, Moon Rocks? Is that what's going on? The Queen of Cups advises you to exercise your empathy by being nurturing to others in a way that allows them to understand what it's all about. So maybe there's a beautiful little someone paying extra special attention to you, right? Or maybe she's there with you now, or maybe you got her on your mind, or maybe you're feeling a little bit frisky, right? The Queen of Cups has an intuitive heart. She doesn't demand attention, but through her caring presence, she attracts it anyway. When this card comes up, it speaks to an emotional intelligence, the EQ, deep compassion, and the quiet power of someone who knows how to hold space for others and for herself. She feels everything, but she's not ruled by her feelings. Her superpower? Active listening. What do you think about all that? What do you think about all that happy horse shit? Moon Rocks, little lady friend in your life, fools and tools. LOL. Too many everyone's. Yeah, blessings, Moon Rock. Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Spend some time with that lady fella, right? Go out and get her. Seize the day, amigo. Amor fate, right? Find true love in the world, man. If you can't find it in the world, at least find it in yourself, right? See what else is going on. We got fools and tools out there in Happy Land. Good looking out, motherfucker. I appreciate you being here. Fools and tools, man. He ain't no stranger to love. He comes in the room helicoptering, just swinging his moneymaker. Ain't gonna pull no punches. Fools and tools. Shout out to you, beloved. Howdy, y'all. Moonrock coming in with the big guns. Big hearted fella. Let's see what Fools and Tools has got going on. Lord Tahuti, Thoth, Odin, Mercury, Zeus. In Chinese, it's Master Liu Dongbing. Let's get a card for Fools and Tools. Let's see here. Ooh, one stuck its little nose out. Ooh, the big Ten of Wands, man. The big Ten of Wands. The culmination of an energetic project. You just brought something of great power, passion, and fiery import in your life to completion, or it's arriving at completion soon, right? The culmination of the fiery energy in the minor arcana in the form of the Ten of Wands shows the absolute breaking point of any given endeavor. Yeah. You are rediscovering the idealism and optimism of your youth to reinvigorate your vision, right? You bear a heavy load at this time, and though the load may be arduous and weighty, you've carried it all the way for too long, maybe. When it shows up, you're overloaded, overcommitted, or just plain over it. This card doesn't mean failure. Keep that in mind, though. It means you've taken on so much that your spark is suffocating under the weight of the responsibility. Yes, you're capable, you are strong, but at what cost? It points to heavy burdens and overwhelming obligations. You may be at the end of a long journey, one you chose, yes, but one that has worn you out. You're playing tuckered out at this point. You're doing the most, but are you doing what matters the most? You got to ask yourself, do I need to delegate, release, or reprioritize? Success isn't about carrying it all the way. You have to know what you actually should be carrying. You're nearing the finish line, though. Never stop short halfway, man. Take it all the way to completion. But at the end of this journey, energies will restart once again, like Finnegan, and you'll be able to pick up the pieces and figure out, it's always a learning process. You'll learn what was worth it and what wasn't worth it. Does that apply if that resonates with you? If that's resonate, that didn't come from me, man. That came from the Book of Thoth, the Emerald Tablets. You think Fools and Tools is female? Are you fucking serious? What kind of lady you think he is anyway? Moonrocks, well, you got some inside information Frank Monday's not privy to? Did I motherfucking misgender you? Fools and Tools, are you a lady fella? If so, I wouldn't have spoken so harsh. I wouldn't have been so brass tacks about it. I would have been more gentle. I would have couched my language in flowery, far more articulate and genteel language, man. I only talk like brass tacks and shit, pulling no punches when I'm talking to another man. Fools and Tools, are you a lady fella? Moonrocks, are you pulling my dick? Are you in here trying to cause trouble? Motherfucker, come in here in my house trying to cause trouble. I will kick your ass straight out the door. Ain't got no time for none of that happy horse shit. You heard of her? I've heard her on panels a few times. Oh wow! A f- uh, yes, LOL. Thank you for whom, not what for. Yes, thank you for whom and not what for. Okay. Well, now that I know, let me retransmit that message. Right? You've been enduring a lot at this time, and though you're nearing completion of your goal, you need to be wary that some of the things you chose to take on may not necessarily serve you any longer. But it doesn't matter because you carried them all this way, and you need to go ahead and um and gently receive the harvest of what you've worked hard to bring about. Oh, okay. You're a proper lady then. You've had four babies. Damn. That's like my mom. My mom had four plus one, but the fifth one didn't yeah, four. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. Good on you. You're a real woman. No female. I've had four babies. You're a woman. That's what you are. You're a mother. You're a trooper. Thank you for thank you for your service, beloved. Thank you for bringing more people into the world. If it wasn't for people like you bringing more people into the world, we're gonna fucking run out of people, man. We straight running out of people. All the elites were running around, claiming overpopulation in China by we fuck them young. And it turns out we're about to have a population collapse. Good man. Good man, Moonrocks. I can appreciate that. Yes, and you're Aussie, and you do, and it's okay. Okay, yeah, I apologize. I thought Fools and Tools sound like a pretty masculine name. I don't know, man. Who am I? Who am I to? I don't know what your gender identity is. These days, you can identify as any one of the 72 genders of the 72 demons of the Goetia. You can identify as Beelzebub and screw some horns into your head and wear a tail. You can be a furry or a fuzzy or whatever the fuck those things are called. You could be a dino baby, running around like a T Rex with little bitty arms and shit. This is a crazy fucking world we living in today, man. I like to think that you guys are real, but you guys might just be AI generated bots hanging out there playing with me, teasing me, poking at me. But Moonrock says that he's heard you on a stream before. So I've seen Moonrocks on camera and live and in person, right? Not in person, but at least on video. But these days, this might be a video generated image. This might be AI. I hope the AI smooths out my fucking. I look like something the I look like warmed over cat shit, right? I look like something the dog drug in. This lighting is absolutely fucking horrible. Um, but that's okay, guys. We're gonna have a better studio coming up next couple of weeks. We'll put a backdrop. Jack stole my red curtain. That's what I was doing. If you guys look at my fucking page, I was the one with a red curtain behind. Now I got to put up this fucking green curtain because Jack fucking ripped me off. Jack, if you're out there, motherfucker, you ripped off my red curtain. You know that I was the man with the red curtain in the red lodge. Now you got me in the green lodge. I'll probably go ahead and put up a blue one though, because I don't have a. I should have trademarked it, right? I don't have a trademark on the red curtain, and I know it wasn't your choice, man. It was random luck that you wound up with a red curtain, and I wound up with a green one. But I am a little bit miffed by that, man. Jack Talcott, I'm calling you out as a liar, friend. You're a liar, straight from the pit of hell. Were you guys at the Jack show this morning or last night or whatever? Yesterday afternoon, he told me that he was going over to Zetetic Warriors, right? You guys saw that at the end of the stream, right? He said, I guess we're headed over to Z's. And I went over to Zetetic Warriors and waited for an hour, and Jack never showed up, man. I didn't see him there. Did you guys see him there? And I even made a short about it that got like 700 views. I said, something's up with Jack. Something's up with Jack. Will we ever get him back? Blue's one of your favorite colors. Very good. Good magic. I like teal. I like blue green. I like dark green. I'm more of a green man myself, man. Like you guys can see my robe. I don't know if you can see that or not, but my robe is green, right? It's a tartan pattern and it's green, just like a Scotsman or an Irishman. Y'all know I've got a bit of the Irish in me, right? A bit of the Irish whiskey. Yes. Whack for the laddie. Oh, top of the morning to you, lads. Hope y'all good looking, sexy people are doing all right out there in Happy Land. A leprechaun has entered into me. One of the wee spirits of Ellis Island, Erie Island, right? No sad song. Sing it. Sing a pretty song. Sing a happy song. Mushring diddle la. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the laddie-o. There's whiskey in the jar. You missed Jack's show, you motherfucker. What's up with that? Go over there right now. Rewatch Chats with Jack. It was a really good one. I wasn't on it, but Illumitami talked shit about me. He mentioned my name. He can't get me out of his fucking head. Every time Illumitami comes on Jack's, he's like, fuck Frank Monday, Bobby Tuesday. He ain't got no love for me. I don't know what the fuck I ever did to him, man. Just because I called him a homeless tweaker, a homeless crackhead, ain't my fault. Why does he present like a homeless crackhead? Yeah, Tommy will come around one day, though, man. He'll realize the power of the magician, Manic Monday. hail the Father Dagon! All hail the Mother Hydra! The stars align, and Cthulhu is arisen! Y'all good looking sexy people out there in Happy Land, you doing all right? You need better. Yeah, I do, man. I'm in a fucking hotel. There's nothing I can do about it. I've absolutely got no control. How does that do? But you can see, like, I've got a fucking red thing on my eye. And I'm worn out, man. I only, I'm gonna turn that down. In fact, I only got 4 hours of sleep last night, guys. Oh, Jack's still on his Texas trip, huh? No, he's not. I think he went back to Baltimore, man. Or you mean he's still talking about his Texas trip? I love Jack. I'm not really calling him a liar. You know, he said he might go over to Z's. He said it looks like we're going over to Z's. He didn't say I'm going over to Z's. I'll see you there, right? He probably went and fucking got some nuts and berries to chew on, some grass or something out of the yard. You guys know he's a veggie head. He's full on fucking veggie head, man. That dude wouldn't eat a ribeye if you fucking smacked him in the mouth with it. He don't eat none of that shit, man. He loves animals. But the animals would eat him, bro. If he laid down outside, cats would be licking his butthole, dog would fucking gnaw off his leg. I don't get these people that won't eat meat, man. Uh, I don't get it. But that's just me. I mean, I'm not one to fucking judge anyone or no, I judge a lot of people. I take that back. I am one to judge. But you can do whatever the fuck you want. You want to be a veggie head? Go out there and get a fucking pull a carrot up out of the ground. Listen to it scream as you slice into it, taking away its life to sustain yourself. How selfish. How dire. How dare you pull the potatoes from their burrows and stuff them in your insatiable gob. Yeah, what a lousy thing to do. Um as far as I know, Jack's at home, Fools and Tools. You don't keep up with the show? Mr. Moonrock says he wouldn't take no shit out of Tommy. He'd fucking dick slap him upside the head. I don't even want to talk to you, Luma Tommy. He cray cray. Yeah, he pretty cray, man. He's straight off his rocker. I'll tell you why I think he's crazy. Because I went over to his show a couple of times and he talked down to me as if his understanding of the Bible supersedes my life experience and my understanding of 150 books on spirituality. Right? You know, I've read everything by Steiner. I've read everything by Master Niwaching. I've read everything from the Golden Dawn, Thelema, the Ordo Templi Orientis, Ordo Templi Astarte, the Hermetic Brotherhood of Luxor, everything back to the fucking, you know, the classics. And but he's read the Bible and he knows about Jesus. And so that trumps everything, right? Trumps every fucking thing. You could be a learned scholar with a PhD in literature and he's still got you trumped, man. You're a mum, huh? You are a mum. That's right. You're a beloved madre. That's good magic, man. I can appreciate that. Good looking out. You don't meet many Christian vegetarians. Yeah, you're a veggie head too, right? Moon rocks. You just living on nuts and seeds and berries and grain and shit, man. Drinking water off the top of mountains from pure, undefiled streams. You wouldn't gobble down a hot dog if someone stuck it in your mouth, would you? Are you a vegetarian too, Fools and Tools? Wow, man, I'm surrounded by veggie heads. That's crazy. I guess you guys are the only ones that get up first thing in the morning. Yeah, I remember that. That got his channel like a channel strike. I think it got his channel dumped. He got in trouble for that. You can't be doing that shit on BoobTube, man. They don't appreciate that. Yeah, that's right. Jesus trumps everything, even Trump. I saw him fire that gun. That was pretty funny. He's just fucking being dramatic, you know. He's a prima donna, a fucking drama queen, right? Every time he gets on Jack, pay attention to me. Let's loop into 3 years ago and start all over again. And then at the end, he'll always claim the exact same thing. I'm never coming back on your show, Jack. and then he's right back up there the next day, right? You don't eat pork, but chicken's good. I love bacon. I can't. Yeah, bacon's fucking delicious. Um, you don't eat no swine. I try to stay away from swine, but swine is one of the pig, right? It's one of the main meat sources in China, man. So it's pretty fucking hard to avoid it. Even if you order an entirely vegetarian dish, they're gonna cook it in bacon grease, man. And there's gonna be little pieces of bacon. You can't avoid it entirely over here. But their diet is primarily vegetarian already. Like it's all about, whole grains, rice and stuff like that, and then leafy greens and stir fried veggies and shit. Man, they skip it on the meat, man. I haven't had meat all week. I'm starving for some fucking real meat. All they got's vegetable protein meat over here, man. They switched over entirely almost. Cashless society, vegetable protein, noodles made with fucking bugs. Everybody's living in a pod, 24/7 surveillance, social credit score. It's fucking dire, man. This is the blueprint for the New World Order right here playing out in Twilight Zone Old Peking. Oh, Fools and Tools gonna make a meat pie. I'll come over there and eat your meat pie, Fools and Tools. Don't think I won't. I'll show up and get some of that meat pie for myself. Don't tell your husband. Don't let your hubby know that you're making meat pies for Frank Monday. He's sneaking up, pops his head up under the sheets. I love me some meat pie, especially the fish flavored ones. Y'all good looking, sexy people. I'm just playing with you, man. Agitating, stimulating, titillating. More of that old FM radio, adult talk, right? Frank Monday radio, like an FM radio jockey, talking bunch of shit. Don't give a fuck. Got pockets full of fucks. Can't give a single one. Go suck a dick. Y'all good looking, sexy people. You better not be mucking fucking playing around with no dicks. Dicks just looking to get sucked. Somebody whip out a dick and you're like, damn. Big old hard on, running around helicoptering. Walk out with your cock out. You know who said that, right? Yeah, she told her son that. How weird. I didn't need to tell my son that. Motherfucker, he knew what was up from day one. I'll tell you guys the funniest story. You want to hear the funniest story? Do you want to hear it or not? Give me thumbs up and yeses in the ideas room if you want to hear this story. It's the funniest story you're ever going to hear. I'm not an overly well endowed man, right? But I'm not a skimper either, right? I got energy and I know how to use it. I got a seminal control, I learned my sexual kung fu as a young man. But you want to hear a funny story? Since old walk out with your cock out, she told a story about talking to her son. Okay, Moon Rocks, yeah, he says go for it. Okay, cool. So when I put my son in kindergarten, he's half Caucasian, right? He's half white man, white boy, and half Chinese, right? And he was in kindergarten, and the all of the teachers are female teachers, but they still have to take the children, boys and girls or whatever, into the bathroom. And he got home one day and he said, Daddy, Daddy, my teacher said I got a big wee wee. And I was like, what? What did you just say? And he's like, yeah, my teacher told me my wee wee is big. And I was like, motherfucker, that's right. That's right. Whip it out, baby. Let's see it. Because he's got a big cock, man. And at like 3 years old, his wiener was bigger. I mean, because Chinese notoriously have small penises, right? And um, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, what the fuck? Through 3 4 year old boy got a big wiener. And it's true. It's true. He's hung like a fucking horse, man. Do you guys know that guy in adult video? What's his name? He's a British guy, and he's got like a 10-inch penis and a really good looking cock too. I mean, I watch a little adult video, and he's got like one of the nicest fucking cock and balls out there. He's a British dude, right? Blonde hair, kind of a taller guy, and my brother was 6'2", 200 pounds, and he had a giant penis. And I grew up in the shadow of all these giant penises, right? I remember in the seventh grade, I went from primary school to junior high, and I had to take a shower with all the junior high guys and high school guys, and it was like 90% black. And I had my towel on, and I went after PE class. I went in the shower. There's like 200 guys in there, and I'm looking around, and there's like 10-inch swinging fucking elephant trunks everywhere. These guys are like grown men. Some of them are 19 and 20 and never graduated high school, right? It looked like a prison cell. And I'm like 5'9", and I got like, I got a little fucking, when it's soft and the water's cold, it's like 3-inch penis. And I'm like, I told the coach, I'm like, I can't fucking go in there, man. How humiliating is that? And so when I moved to China, and 9 out of 10 girls tell me, wow, that's quite an endowment, right? That was the first time I'd ever heard that, when I was with a Chinese gal. She's like, damn, that's big. You can't stick that in me. Giant fucking cock. And you can never hear that enough. I swear to God. Moon Rocks, I'm suspicious that you're a well endowed individual. I am suspicious of that because you look like you're taller, right? You're probably close to 6 foot, and so you know you walk out with your cock out, and you're probably rocking an 8-9 inch schlong. But yeah, so a lot of black fellas, they've got, if theirs is right, if theirs is a full size deal, right, and we measure it in thirds, then a Caucasian is 2/3 of what a well endowed black man is, and a Chinaman is 1/3, right? So you can see the ratio there. Everything's done in thirds, right? And so a third of the people are well endowed, a third are averagely endowed, and then a third are just small. And I don't have a 3-inch penis, but you know what I'm saying. I'm only 5'9.5", and you can measure the size of your penis by sticking your middle finger down, measuring where it stops, and that's the length right there. That's the length of your endowment right there. So it's like 6 inches, 6.5, but I can stretch to a 9 if it's hot. If that shit's hot and motherfucking hot and tasty, gets down there, sucking it. I'm full of energy. It's first thing in the morning. I can stretch to an 8, I think. I've never had any complaints, put it that way. Yeah, I believe it, man. I believe it. I know you're sporting it. Ain't just for show either. Knows how to use it. Knows how to use it. Fools and Tools is probably dying. She's like, what the fuck? Men with their pissing contests, right? Talking about penis size. Now I'm going to get in trouble. Fucking Queen Stephanie, leader of Team Evil, is going to clip that and say, look, Frank Monday's got a 3-inch penis. He admitted it on live television. That's not what I said, Queen Stephanie. I said when I was 13 and I was in the 7th grade and I went in a shower room and I was feeling a little bit self-conscious and the water was cold and I was tuckered out and it was, late in the afternoon. Yeah, I dropped out of PE class. I never went back and they tried to fail me. And I went in and I told the principal, I'm like, come on, man. I'm the only fucking white kid at this school. You're going to send me in there with a bunch of recent immigrant. They weren't even local black kids, like the American blacks. They would at least be, somewhat tolerant of me. But oh, get whitey, right? Don't drop the soap, white boy. And it's like, fuck all that, man. I'm not racist at all, but I certainly am colorist, right? All right, there's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The funny part was at the beginning, and the tragic part was at the end. I guess I probably should have put the tragic part first, right? That would have given a good premise to the funny part. Let's stick in the funny part. Don't y'all go running around out there trying to get me canceled. That was back in the days when men were men and women were women, and you didn't have to fucking guess. You know, you didn't have to sort through the nonsense. There wasn't all this other happy horse shit that you guys are fucking all the mental insanity that we're dealing with today, man. I ain't gonna talk about it. Ain't even gonna talk about it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't even give a fuck. Pocket full of fucks. Don't give a single one. All right, guys, it's been quite a transmission today. We went 40 minutes, and yeah, that's good enough. I got to get in my. I should do an hour a day of one card tarot readings, right? That should be the new Frank Monday pattern. As soon as I get home from work, in the evenings, and I fucking am worn out from a 12-hour day at work, I should put in another hour of work, right? For you guys in Happy Land. I can appreciate that. But it seems like I'm never going to get to 1,000 subs, man. Um, maybe it's from all the foul language today. They're like, I'm unsubbing. He said penis. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. I'm not going to self. Oh, sorry. I left your comment up there. It still says yes, please. old old moon rocks. Like, did you guys see that picture of the powdered Dusty up against the refrigerator going? He's like that or like that, and he's got his pants pulled halfway down. He just wants to get pegged. He's like, why don't you charge me from behind? Still gay. It's all right. Nothing wrong with being gay, I guess. Unless you're Christian, then it's like Sodom and Gomorrah, man. If you're a Christian, you better watch your P's and Q's. See, that's how does Aluma Tommy reconcile the fact that he's a homosexual, but according to Christianity, he's going to go to hell for that? Tommy's admittedly a homosexual, right? Not that it's any of my business. Or maybe he's bisexual, right? Maybe he's bi-curious. I'm going to talk some shit about him because he's been talking shit about me. And if he's going to pay attention to me and talk shit about me, then I have every right to talk shit about him. Let's see who's talked shit about me here in the panel verse so far. I don't know if Powder Dusty's ever talked any shit about me. I don't think he has. I've been on his show a couple of times. He kicked me once and I never went back. Never went back. Paul kicked me once and I never went back. Jack kicked me once, and that's the only chance he's ever going to get. If he does it again, I'll never go back. Um, Breakfast Tacos didn't kick me, but I rage quit because he fucked with me too hard. He was talking a gang of horse shit, and I was like, I'm out of here, man. I never went back. Illumitami, I gave him 3 chances. He put me backstage 3 times on 3 different occasions, and I'll never go back. Let's see who else has fucked with me here on the panel verse. I think I mentioned everyone of note. Yeah, I typically only give motherfuckers 1 chance, and then it's over. I'll never think about them again. I'll never mention them. Queen Stephanie let me on a show a couple times. He never even actually kicked me, but he came over to my channel and talked so much shit and tried to hit every TOS that I'll never let him back up again, and I'll never go back to his channel again either. So you get 1 chance with Frank Monday. Frank Monday ain't a motherfucker gonna stick around and take a beating and just keep coming back, you know. Like Fight Club, they come out with the broom and say, "I'm going back in there. I'm gonna get a shovel." I say, "Hey, how about you go fuck yourself? How about I shove that broom up your ass? You ain't got nothing going on in there that I can't be having going on over here." Right? Dirty Laundry, man. He's a dirty bird. He talks shit about me, and I never even did anything to him. So he's 86th. He will perish from the panel verse, hiding behind his AI. Effeminate, limp-wristed little fuck, useless piece of shit. Absolutely, he will disappear in rapid fashion. His rise was meteoric because he stole Jack's audience, right? But they'll grow tired of him. He doesn't have any staying power, I don't think. All right, you guys are done chatting. I'm done hanging out. Unless anybody else wants a tarot card or has a specific request, I'm gonna head off into the abodes of the future, get some rest. Fuck, I still got to do some homework, man. Being in high school is not any kind of fun, man. I appreciate you stopping by, Moon Rocks, Fools and Tools. Lovely seeing the both of you. I hope you're doing well out there in Happy Land. I'm a little disappointed Dr. D didn't stop by. I like seeing Dr. D, man. I've come to really appreciate Dr. D's commentary. Let's see, who else are we missing? KJV, London Man. I haven't been over there in a while. Next time I see London Man going live, I'm gonna go hang out with him. Um, TML's another good fucking heavy hitter, man. I like me some TML. I listen to TML every show he's transmitted this week, but I don't have any time to chat. Like, I put in the earbuds and turn it on while I'm cruising around the office and shit and going to class, but I can't interact, you know. And I'm all about the interaction, man. That's why I'm here. I'm here for the visceral social thing, you know, the the loosh, the interactive elements, the back and forth, the banter, the pithy banter, the communication. 8:55 p.m. on a Thursday. Is it? It's 6:55 here. So where you're in Australia, you said, right? Aussie land. Aussie land. Says it's 8:55 in Sydney. So you are 2 hours ahead of me, Aussie land. I'm 2 hours behind you. You Australians, you Aussies are the only ones more in the future than me, right? As far as I've seen in the Dramaverse, I mean, not that many Indians or Middle Easterners show up on these Western platforms for the most part. Sometimes, though, but I always thought, you know, being in the land of the rising sun or near it, you know, Japan's the rising sun, China's the land of the dragon, central kingdom of the celestial dragon. Let's see, because I think even Moon Rocks is way in the past. It's like noon for Moon Rocks, right? Noon or better. So yeah, we're living in the future, fools and tools. Melbourne. All right then. Head on down to Melbourne. Are you an FE? Are you an FEer? Melbourne, New Zealand, 3 hours in front of me. Wow. I would think New Zealand will be 3 hours behind you. It seems like it's on the east side. Oh yeah, it's on the east side of Australia, right? I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not that big on geography. When I found out that shit wasn't actually a globe, I was like, what the fuck? I give up, you know? When I found out that it was a true sea level plain, expansive in all directions, possibly surrounded by an ice wall with maybe like a celestial canopy above and an infernal canopy below. I was like, that shit threw me for a whack. I gave up, man. Once that shit was presented and everybody figured out that we had been lied to, that we had been tricked by the MK Ultra Disneyland sci-fi fantasy space Nazis over there at Club 33, that they pretended all that shit and shot it with Kubrick on a set and are just totally faking space. That shit sent me for a loop, man. I'm still recovering from that. And I learned about it in like 2017, 8 years into it. And I'm still like, damn, that's some crazy shit right there. But once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know how you guys feel about the FE community. Um, I think of it now and then from time to time, but it's not something that can occupy a lot of my mind because I got other shit to think about. You know, I got to fucking do lesson prep for high school kids. I got a job. I got a job. A job. We all got jobs, man. We all have roles to play in the world. Hollywood, yeah, they shot it on a Hollywood soundstage. Fucking crazy. All right, y'all, good-looking, sexy people. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by, Fools and Tools. I will not misgender you in the future. You are a beloved divine feminine, a woman, and a mother, and you have a name and a soul, a thinking, feeling, willing, compelling soul. And I want to connect with you momentarily, and I want to see what's going on with you in the recent past. I'm going to do 3 cards: present, past, and future for fools and tools. Oh yeah, good. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Oh wow. Wow, yeah. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm not going to tell you what I'm reading. It's just for my own insight. The Book of Tahuti is yeah, you're at a you're at a a crossroads right now, fools and tools. And let me see if I can give you some good fortune. My dad always told me, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't fucking say anything at all, right? And so if I do a private unsolicited tarot reading, then unless it shows good fortune, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Okay. So you do have some good fortune coming forward for you. So I realize the situation that you've recently passed through, and I realize the dilemma that you are currently in. No, I'm not doing StreamYard. I'm doing Restream right now. I'm on Restream. My StreamYard's my StreamYard probably rebooted. My StreamYard usually I got the free StreamYard, you know, because I can't afford to pay for YouTube shit, man. Until I get over 1,000 stubs and YouTube starts making money to pay for itself, things like StreamYard and whatever else I use, you know, I'm not gonna shell out a ton of money to fucking be on StreamYard. It's expensive, man. Um, so I would say if you have a this is for fools and tools if you're still out there. If not, maybe you'll catch it later. If you have an opportunity to engage in some productive, meaningful task in the near future, it will yield financial gains. And it looks like you might be in a position where you could either do or not do a coming um, endeavor to bring yourself more revenue streams, fools and tools. So if that is your situation and it's presented to you, I would say carpe diem, seize the day and get busy with it because it's going to prove to be profitable in the long run. So that's good. That's good magic. I can appreciate it. Even though you didn't fucking ask me, I wanted to know a little more about your situation. And so I looked into the Book of Tahuti un unsolicited, right? To get a little more deeper insight in you. Because I was connecting with your soul energy, your light as it were. I've connected with moon rocks like that too. Moon rocks, you don't know this, I never mentioned it, but you entered into a couple of my dreams after I hung out with you those few times. If you remember, I was in the hotel and I was kind of throwing them back and I dreamed about you, bro. No gay though, no homo. But yeah, you for some reason you were generating a really powerful aura at that time, and I saw you in Dreamland, and I was like, "Damn, is that you, Ricardo Sunshine? What you doing over there with all that energy?" Yeah, and I think you shared some of it with me. Again, no homo. I gotta run, guys. I'll fucking hang out here chatting all night, man. If you guys stick around, instigating me and stimulating and titillating, you know, all that old poking and prodding and twisting and stroking and jerking is more than I can handle right now, man. Yeah, much love to you, fools and tools. Much love to you, Ricardo. Y'all keep on doing good magic, and until next time. Blessed be. Remember, O neophyte, goodness alone is power, silence is strength, will regaineth omnipotence, and love lieth at the foundation. How's that go? Like that, right? That's the love. Because love is the law, love under will. And until next time, much love from Frank Monday. Bye for now, guys. I'll see